Hello everybody, welcome to the video. Today I'll be giving a quick tutorial on Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege is a tactical first-person shooter where you must infiltrate a location or defend a location. It is played in teams and has a one-shot headshot mechanic. This means that a headshot will always kill your opponent in one shot. Each team consists of 5 players and each round has 2 teams. One defending team and one attacking team. But I'll get into the specifics of how the rounds work later. First and foremost, there are 7 playlists. There's Casual, which, as the name suggests, is just a game mode where you can hop in and leave at any time without any penalty. You will often see that people aren't really tactical in Casual. This is because it doesn't count for anything. Then there is Ranked, which is the real game mode, which Rainbow Six is about. In Ranked, you play for real, and with that I mean that you can score or lose points, which are known as MMR. The more MMR you have, the more skilled you overall are. Ranked also plays a little different from Casual, because it has a ban system, which allows you to ban certain characters for an entire match, but more on that later. Next is your custom game. This allows you to create your own game with your own rules. This playlist does require some friends to play with because it doesn't have a matchmaking system like the other playlists. Then there is the newcomer playlist. This playlist was specially made for players under level 50. They have this playlist because the game can be real hardcore to new players, especially because of the one-shot headshot mechanic. This playlist also has a bit fewer maps than the other playlists. Those were all the game modes where you play player versus player. Now come the playlists that feature player versus AI gameplay. Firstly, there are situations. Situations are there to teach you the mechanics of the game. Situations also provide a good challenge for new players if they try to get 3 stars on each level. These situations are missions that you must do all by yourself. Secondly, there is Terrorist Hunt. Here you are given the option to go lone wolf or play in a team of 5 players. It also allows you to select difficulty. In Terrorist Hunt you must assault a house which is absolutely packed with terrorist C4 filled rooms and suicide terrorists. It can provide quite a challenge because you often miss one terrorist which then goes on to kill you. Last but not least, there is the actual tutorial. This is your average tutorial, which teaches you how to walk, look around and shoot. Now that you know what you can play, let's look at who you can play. I won't explain them all because there's a total of 48 different characters, but all characters can be categorized in 3 different groups. These groups are based on their speed and defense. Firstly, there are the 3 speed and 1 defense characters, which means that they are faster but die easier. Secondly, there are 2 speed and 2 defense characters who are reasonably quick and have a reasonable defense. Lastly, there are 1 speed and 3 defense characters. These characters are pretty slow but have the most defense. Some characters are a bit more special than others or share some similarities with others. Some of these are Thermite, Hibana and Maverick, who are known as heart breachers. This means that they are capable of breaking reinforced walls. These are very important because they allow for new entryways. There are also some characters which can place traps. These are Nomad, Alibi, Ayla, Legion, Frost and Capcan. Traps are useful to counter flanks and stop rushes. Each character also has a unique arsenal of weapons, which is based on which organization they belong to. But this comes with one exception, and that's the recruit, because the recruit can use any weapon he likes, but he doesn't have any special abilities and he has less utility. Rainbow Six Siege does have a shop in which you can buy characters or cosmetics for real world money or in-game money. Even though you can buy characters with real world money, it isn't pay to win because each character has its own advantages and disadvantages. Daily challenges aren't to be forgotten because they can earn you in-game credits if you complete them, but if you can't or don't want to complete them, you can always delete the challenges. Now it's time to get into a round and show you how the game is played. I happen to be starting on the defending team. I can't choose which side I want to defend because I'm currently playing casual, but you can choose your side in ranked. This way you can plan a defense on a specific side. After that, you get to choose which operator you wish to play for that round. Now, I end up choosing for Legion, who's a trap character. His traps are called goo mines and become invisible when you deploy them. He can put a maximum of 10 traps down at once and his traps slowly recharge. I'm also able to see which characters or operators my team picked, and I can see which weapons they are using.
Protect the bombs.
The round starts with what is known as the preparation phase. During this phase, you get some time to reinforce walls, put utility down and get into position. Another important thing to say is that this game does feature friendly fire, so don't friendly fire like I did, because it will give you negative points, hurt your teammate and eventually activate reverse friendly fire. Reverse friendly fire means that if you then accidentally or purposefully shoot your teammate, the damage will hurt you instead of them. I'm currently using the T5 SMG, which is a submachine gun with a high rate of fire. And I'm using a Q929, which is a semi-automatic pistol. Impact grenades are what I've chosen for my gadget instead of a deployable shield, because they are useful for creating rotate holes, like the one in this clip next to the fireplace. I'll quickly shed some light on which operators my teammates are playing and what their special abilities are. They are playing Warden, who can see through smokes and ignore flashbangs, Doc, whose gadgets can heal teammates as well as enemies or himself. Then there is Maestro, who has 2 deployable turrets which are fully bulletproof unless he decides to fire lasers using them. And lastly, we got Jaeger, who has 3 active defense systems, or ADS for short. These ADSs can stop grenades and flashbangs. You may have noticed the gameplay in the background and noticed that I died to a grenade. This was a smart play on the opposing enemy, because I was engaging a fight which I clearly had a disadvantage, and he was just smart enough to throw a grenade about the corner, although he did cook it first, which is a technique which means that you hold the grenade for a little bit and then when you throw it, the delay till the explosion is way shorter, and it can mean that, like in my situation just, it explodes practically instantly when it gets to me.
One op 4 remaining.
In this game, it's so that you are not entirely useless when you die, because you can still use cameras, and on the cameras you can spot people or just, well, see them and tell your teammates where they are. This makes it so that your team knows where they are before they have any clue where your teammates are. Now, cameras are also usable while being alive in the game, but you need to pick your phone or hold your phone up in game, and this makes it so you can't hear your own surroundings, and sound is a big factor in this game because you're more likely to hear someone walking in the hallway beside you than to see them, because, well, unless you got a hole in the wall or X-ray vision, you're not gonna notice them. Now, the enemies only have one player left, and my teammate ends up killing them and winning the round. You also see that this game does have a final kill cam, which, well, shows you the final kill of that round.
We need to locate a bomb. Your drone has found a bomb. 10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to go. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Charge activated.
One op 4 remaining. User is online and active. Op 4 eliminated.
Now, this is epic.
Beam!